came here to play teams that are 4-0 in the league just like you are, right? That's all that matters is the league. It doesn't matter that you beat Taft. Like, what matters is the ISL. All right, they're 4-0, we're 4-0. All right, you got 48 minutes to prove who's the best team in the ISL. When that whistle blows, do your job. All right, you're prepared. Fly around and have some fun. Let's go. Arrows on 3. 1, 2, 3. Arrows! You stacked plays when you needed to, and you got it done, and you're 8-0. Really proud of you. Great job. That's what you came here for. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, what are they? Mustangs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Mustangs! Your game, fellas. Defensively, both teams were really tight early, and I think both offenses were a little tentative, right? So it played to the defense's hands. In the second half, we both made some transition plays, you know, because again, the 10-man is risky, but we buy into our identity, and as do they. I give Milton all the credit in the world. They're a great staff. Goodrich does a great job, and it was a great game.
You guys were heavy on the ride today. What do you like about that element of the game?
Our guys are bought into who we are, right? Like I said, playing downhill from the beginning to the end. And we did a good job matching up. There's a couple times where we just mixed matching up. You know, our goalie Cardone goes for takeaway checks when he just needs to play to his feet. Yeah. But then look at him make the play against their 10-man later when he had to run by somebody, and he gets a great backside skip that leads to the game-tying goal. So really cool to just watch how that 10-man's kind of grown in this league, and obviously in college and all that. So it's pretty cool.
Want to talk about what this game meant coming in? There's still 3 weeks left in the season, but this is a big one, standings-wise. Did you guys talk about that at all coming in, or was it just the next one on the schedule?
Yeah, no, I you know, it's funny. People always say this is a big game, you know, when you play the teams that are doing well in the ISL, and I try and tell everybody every game's a big game. So that's the way that we look at it. We need to stay true to our identity regardless of our opponent, and that's been the message from the beginning, whether we're playing RL, BB&N, or an undefeated Milton team in the league. So, you know, the reality is, yes, it was for first place, which is exciting, but as they know, you know, you want to be in first place on May 8th or May 9th, because the last game, ours is May 8th against BH at home. So, you know, the standings are the standings now, which are fun and great, pats on the back, but they don't mean anything until May 9th.
And just along those same lines, to kind of wrap it up, this league has been so chaotic, especially this week. How do you make sure guys don't kind of, I know you don't worry about it, but how do you make sure guys don't kind of rest on their laurels and sort of get too high of a head, I guess, or big of a head?
Yeah, well, you know, again, as I told them, like, you beat Taft, great, good for you, but they're not an ISL team. We play for an ISL championship, right? So, and again, I'm used to the Patriot League, which is wicked chaotic, and the teams are playing for first place right now on a weekend. So I tell them, again, every game's a big game. You got to play for 48 minutes. You got to execute who we are regardless of our opponent. And I think it's just a beautiful thing as to how the ISL is one of the best leagues in the country, because anybody can beat anybody on any given weekend, especially in that top 8. And that's what makes it really exciting, and today was one of those games.
Cool, hell of a game.
Thanks, Kev.
Vitaly had the winning goal today, 12-11.
I was confident in myself. I knew I could make the play. Just, you know, kind of use my leverage to get underneath him, get underneath the stick, and, you know, found a way to shoot it over the top. So yeah.
Back and forth affair all day, obviously. You guys knew what this game meant coming in, but could you kind of feel it early on? Was this, you know, would have been an amped up pressure maybe?
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, we knew that they were a good team. You know, they came off a huge win against Stanford, you know, 10-8. So we knew it was going to be a dogfight. We knew we had to bring, you know, every single guy on our team. Like, it took all of us to beat that team. Yeah.
How much pride do you take in being the next guy up and sort of everybody stepping up for the team?
Yeah, you know, one guy goes down, you know, everybody's got to step up. You know, it doesn't just matter if it's me that's stepping up. Like, obviously it hurts, and having them out, played with them ever since, like, you know, 3rd grade, so it obviously sucks. But, you know, credit to the other guys too on the offense. Everybody else stepped up, not just me. So yeah, I'm proud of the whole team, the whole offense.
3 weeks left in the season. Obviously, there's a long way to go, but momentum-wise, where does a game like this do for you guys?
It's huge, but, you know, at the end of the day, like, we'll celebrate this game today. But, you know, we're thinking about Brooks next. So, you know, on to the next one. That's all that matters.
Cool. Love the game, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
There's a lot of energy, a lot of buzz around this game, and I think that's what made this game so special.
I had you for 23 wins today.
Yeah.
You're used to having big games, but in a game like this, how much pride do you take in being that guy that ultimately can decide how the game goes?
I take a lot of pride in that. I mean, I think through practice and a lot of effort on the off season, and seeing the results actually happen in game is really a blessing in disguise. And I think it's not only my efforts, but it's also a team effort at the end of the day. This is all of us. Just because I win 23 faceoffs doesn't mean that is all automatically going to be the outcome of the win, but it's really all a team effort. And I mean, there's not a better group of guys that I could play with or that I would ever ask to play with.
2 more quick ones for you. One, coming down the stretch there, back and forth. What's the mindset, the mentality, the message on the bench?
On the bench, I mean, just energy. Pure energy throughout the entire game. Nothing can change. Nothing will change.
3 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Guys are in first place. You've been here before.
Yeah.
What's the mindset, mentality, and sort of the talk going forward now?
Keep your head down and keep going. Keep rolling. One win doesn't mean anything. Winning at the end of the day doesn't have loyalty. So we got to keep churning, keep going.
Cool. I'll be here, brother.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, my man.
Hey, you already know. Be proud of yourselves, all right? Be proud of yourselves.